brainstormed our presidential sightseeing tours as a way for him to keep me entertained, while Mom flew off to Chicago and Denver, dismantling pharmaceutical corporations along the way. I really think we were supposed to stop at that overlook. We coasted past juniper trees, live oaks, limestone cliffs. As far as I could tell, the whole point of driving the Devil's Backbone was to stop at that particular overlook and view the span of gently sloping hills from the highest vantage point. Dad would have turned back, I said. Mom just kept driving. I passed the time by reading snippets from the Lonely Planet Guide to Texas and rattling off the names of local towns. Wimberley, Comfort, and Bourne. I flipped down the sun visor, replaited my French braids in the vanity mirror. I'd worn my favorite outfit, red high-top sneakers, baggy khaki shorts, and a t-shirt I'd special ordered at a mall in Teaneck. For $28, a man from Weehawken had ironed black velvet letters onto the front of a tiny green jersey. The letters spelled out, "Victim." When my mother asked how I got off being so self-pitying, I told her it was the name of my favorite underground band. The Devil's Backbone reminded me of the shingle sore tormenting my lower torso. The giant scab resembled a hard red shell. The family doctor had explained how sometimes the chickenpox virus remains dormant in a nerve ending, waiting for the immune system to weaken before re-emerging. He was concerned because he'd never seen shingles in anyone my age. Usually he treated it in older patients or in cases occurring with cancer or AIDS. People closing in on death. I told Mom the shingles were proof I was special. The agony wasn't limited to the blisters on my back. My whole body felt inflamed, as if a rabid wolf were hunting rabid squirrels inside my chest. The doctor recommended ibuprofen for the pain. He gave me pamphlets describing stress-reducing breathing exercises. The first few nights, Mom slipped me half a Vicodin and a nip of Benedictine. As I tried to sleep, I heard her roaming from living room to bedroom to family room. I listened. My mother, the widow, did not weep, did not cry out for her dead husband. A year after my father died, my mother's breasts began to grow. She developed a deep, embarrassing plunge of cleavage, a pendulous swinging bosom that attacked my own flat body each time she hugged me goodnight. Mom's belly had pouted, ballooned. I could detect the dome button of her navel pressing out against the soft silk of her blouses. Her ankles swelled, and I became suspicious. Mom was maybe 6 months into her pregnancy. I did the math. Dad had been pushing dead too long to be the father. I was about to enter my sophomore year at the Academy of Holy Angels. Before school started, I wanted the shingles on my back to disappear. I wanted to tour the reconstructed birthplace of Lyndon Baines Johnson, and I wanted my mother to admit to me that she was pregnant. With Dad gone, I'd insisted on upholding our family's tradition of visiting presidential landmarks. Dad and I had been doing them in chronological order. We'd sightseen the big ones, Mount Vernon, Monticello, the Hermitage, Sagamore Hill. Weeks before Dad broke his neck, we'd spent a lively afternoon in the gift shop of the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Library, rubbing our faces in the soft velour of JFK commemorative golf towels. The less popular the sites, the more obscure the leader of our country, the more Dad got excited. "Eliza, can you imagine? John Tyler actually sat in this breakfast nook and ate soft-boiled eggs from those egg cups." In Columbia, Tennessee, I tore white azalea petals from James K. Polk's ancestral garden, while Dad rambled on about the Mexican War, the Dark Horse, and 5440 or Fight. At the Albany Rural Cemetery, Dad and I knelt solemnly before the grave of Chester Allen Arthur. A giant marble angel with voluminous wings towered over us. We prayed to our